Emotional intelligence. I don't want to be at the mercy of my emotions. I want to use them, to enjoy them, and to dominate them. What is emotional intelligence? Every person is a unique personality. Given the same situation, we would all react to it quite differently. How we feel about something and how we express that emotion might be very different from the others. Emotional intelligence deals with the understanding of these emotions. Simply put, the intelligence to recognize, understand, manage and influence emotions, those of self and the people around, constitute emotional intelligence. Do I need emotional intelligence at work? Yes. More than you realize. Work requires interaction, communication, people handling, management, leadership, motivation, discipline. When dealing with people, you are dealing with emotions, those of the people and those of yourself. The better you are at recognizing and managing these emotions, the more successful you would be at work. Successful leaders have been known to have a high emotional intelligence. How do I know that I need to work on my emotional intelligence? You can take cue from certain things like recurring self-doubt, frequent or increasing cases of conflict, poor interpersonal relations with coworkers, negative feedback. Can I build emotional intelligence? Absolutely. It is a skill like any other that can be developed and honed. To understand this better, let us understand the elements of emotional intelligence. Self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy. Social skills. Self-awareness. People with a high emotional intelligence are usually quite self-aware. They are in touch with their emotions, aware of the fact that work decisions should not be ruled by emotional reactions. Being in touch with their emotions means that these people are more at ease with themselves, and this goes a long way in making them confident. They are able to identify their strengths and weaknesses, maximize the former and minimize the latter, and take strong decisions. These people are confident, assertive, and strong, and make for good leaders. Self-regulation. The next element of emotional intelligence moves from awareness to management. Self-regulation trains you to control your impulses, not give in to whims and avoid knee-jerk reactions. This is again an inward process that allows for thought and reasoning and methodical decision-making. These people think before they act. They are not careless and adapt well to change. Motivation. Someone who is self-aware and able to regulate one's emotions to take better decisions tends to be more motivated. This motivation more intrinsic in nature. Meaning comes from within. External recognition, fame, and accolades do matter, but the driving force of motivation comes from within. Being able to recognize and control one's emotions makes them more self-assured and goal-oriented. Motivation sparks within as you feel better equipped to deal with work and life. Empathy. The next element is outward in nature, empathy. Understanding something from someone else's perspective. Walking in someone else's shoes. The skill of understanding others' viewpoints, thoughts, and emotions goes a long way in creating a healthy and harmonious environment. Specifically with reference to workplace, empathy helps in minimizing conflict and maximizing productivity. Empathy might just be the key to motivate a colleague or a subordinate to do their job better. Social skills. Higher emotional intelligence allows for better social skills. Being a good listener, engaging an audience, having good communication skills, both verbal and nonverbal, all contribute to better social skills. This helps in building trust. This in turn helps in ensuring effective communication and subsequently desired outcome. Good social skills foster stronger relationships and ensure a healthy work environment. What are the signs of emotional intelligence? An ability to identify one's emotions. An awareness of personal strengths and limitations. Being intrinsically motivated. Self-confidence and self-acceptance. Not acting on whim and taking well-thought-of decisions. The ability to let go of mistakes and adapt to change. A strong sense of curiosity, particularly about other people. Sensitivity towards and identification of other people's feelings. Feelings of empathy and concern for others. The ability to manage emotions in difficult situations. Assuming responsibility for decision-making and accepting responsibility for mistakes. So how to use emotional intelligence? Being aware of one's strengths and weaknesses. Being able to handle both praise and criticism. Being able to accept responsibility for a mistake and move on. Being able to say no when you need to. Being able to share your feelings with others. Being able to understand others' feelings. Being able to solve problems in ways that work for everyone. Being a good listener. Being aware of the purpose of one's actions. Not being judgmental. How does emotional intelligence reward? Makes you confident. Enhances your communication skills. Motivates you and your team. Cultivates your leadership abilities. Makes for a confident team. Builds trust. Reduces conflict. Fosters emotional intelligence in others. Minimizes risks and conflicts. Creates a harmonious, positive, and productive environment. Any tips to enhance emotional intelligence? Talk to yourself. Listen attentively. Write down your thoughts. Especially during decision-making, simply put down the pros against the cons. Find your motivation. Focus on feedback, not criticism. Pay attention to nonverbal cues. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge.